I'm going to show you exactly how I saved $13,000 in 6 months by following these 5 simple rules. First rule you want to follow is pay yourself first. There's a book called The Richest Man in Babylon. I got this idea from there. You basically tax yourself 10% minimum and pay yourself first before any other expenses or paying anybody else. Because how do you expect to save money if you pay everyone else and you have nothing left for yourself? You need to prioritize yourself first. If the government came in and gave us a tax saying you have to pay an extra 10% on your taxes, we'd cry, we'd scream, we wouldn't like it, but you'd end up paying that tax and making it work. Put a self-tax on yourself, minimum 10%, but I would say to aim for at least 50%. And with this tax, I would direct deposit it into a separate bank account, because I know for me and for anybody else that I know, if you put it in your normal bank account, it's gonna get burned. Think of it like your soldiers. Every dollar on this channel is called a soldier, right? And you're using these soldiers to go out there and recruit you more soldiers. You want to have a base for these soldiers where they go out there and they're just doing nothing but recruiting. You don't want to have them in the Marine base out there fighting on the field and dying. That's what you call your checking account. When they're out there and they're fighting for you live in action and they could just get shot right away. You don't want to risk their lives. You need a backup reserve. The second rule I followed was to make a game out of it. I used to save every single dollar that came into contact with me. In college, I worked valet on the side, and whenever I would get tipped, if anything was in dollar bills, that got straight saved into a shoebox. I had a shoebox with stacks this high of dollar bills. Anytime I spent a 5 or a 20 and I broke it down and got ones, I saved all those ones. And it makes it fun because you don't realize how much you're saving, and then a few months down the line you check your shoebox or wherever you put your ones and you see, wow, I got a couple $1,000s here all in ones. It's fun to see like this stack of cash. I remember at one point I saved up almost $4,000 in pure ones. When I went to the bank, the teller was looking at me funny like, oh, why do you have all these ones, you know? But I know obviously I explained that it was valet, you know, nothing else. So yeah, that's just one example. Try to make a game out of it. The third thing is to live a minimalist life. Now, I'm not saying to be super frugal and live like a hermit crab and tell your friends, no, I'm not going out today, I'm staying home. Or I can't do this, I can't afford this meal. No, I'm saying to be minimalist and try to own the things that you need and nothing more, because wants are only gonna weigh heavy on your mind. You know the saying, it goes something like, the more things you own, the more they own you. Well, that's completely true. The more stuff you own, the more stuff you have to worry about and think about, versus if you own very few things, you're free, your mind is empty, and you can just fly and just go wherever you want. My first YouTube video ever, my second rule of money, I think, was don't buy one of them if you can't afford 5 of them. Same thing applies here when you're saving money. If you can't buy 5 of them, don't buy one of them. And my fourth tip is to track your net worth using apps like Mint or Personal Capital. I use Personal Capital, and on there you can easily put your bank account, your investment account, and you can manually add any cash that you have, any assets that you have, and it's a real easy place to see where your money is going. Because if you're trying to save money and you don't know where every single dollar is going, it's real easy to lose track of it and lose your money. I mean, I remember sometimes I'd have like $500 in my wallet, and then a week later I would check my wallet, I only have like $30. Where did that $470 go? I don't even remember, because when you're out and about, money tends to just leave your wallet and go to fun things like, oh man, I really want that cotton candy. Oh man, I really want that video game. And then you just, next thing you know, you have all this junk that you don't even care about or need, and all your money's gone. Don't make that mistake. Just like in the beginning of the video, have that separate bank account and walk around with as little money as possible just to get you by with what you need and nothing more. And my fifth tip, which is probably the best tip here, is to actually make more money. And I know it sounds so redundant and common sense, but it's true. There's so many ways you can make more money. You can negotiate your salary if you have a job, or your hourly wage, whatever it is. Go in there and say, hey, I deserve more money. No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. But just go in there, and if you don't know how to ask for a raise, you can simply say, like, simply have a conversation with your boss and say, hey, how can I earn more money here? What can I do to earn more or be more valuable? Take note of what they say, follow through with it over the next few months, and then report. Because if you just go in and say, I've been working here for 5 years, I need a raise, or I've been working here for 7 months, I want a $10 raise, they're just gonna look at you and say, no, get out, you're fired. We don't need to give you a raise. What value are you giving us? You need to go in there, ask for what exact value is needed. Don't just meet the expectation. Beat the expectation and collect your money. You know what I mean? And same with your phone bill, your internet bill. Start calling them up saying, hey, this other carrier can do me this price, and then this carrier can do me this price. It's worth negotiating because that's a recurring cost, and in the long run, it's going to save you tons of money. So just like a farmer that's out there trying to build a huge farm with all these beautiful plants, the soil is like your mind. So educate your mind with books, with knowledge, with podcasts, with YouTube videos, with real life mentors. Start soaking up the knowledge on how to invest your money, how to make more money, and use that knowledge to lay out the soil, your foundation. Follow those 5 rules and I guarantee you will save more money. How I saved $13,000 in 6 months, I applied these 5 rules in my life. By the way, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you know when the next video comes out. Share this with someone that needs to start saving their money and slap them in the face if they don't agree with this. I'm just kidding. Don't slap them in the face. Have a good day. Bye.